Come on, Ford. Come on, Ford. Get him together. Come on. Come on, Ford. Holy shit.
Well, so who was recording that?
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Steve-O, who was recording that shot?
That was Patrick's dad. That was Patrick's dad who did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a great moment in time right there. Good morning, Coffee with Dew. We have a special guest. We have none other than the champ. The champ is here. Dylan, how are you feeling this week? I know you were a little under the weather, but overall, you gotta be feeling
better. Finally, but the highs and lows of life.
The highs and lows of life.
I was feeling like ass the last couple days.
Yeah, I was a little under the weather myself. By the third day out there, I get real dehydrated. You know, Rich Nilsson said he brings a humidifier.
Me too.
And I'm going to not drink any coffee when I'm there. I'm going to just drink water, and I'm going to do some other stuff that's not drug related. And I'm going to stay very hydrated and focused, hopefully. But the NHC is a grueling thing. Day one, you were kind of like down there with me. You know, what was the horse that got you going in day two that you felt like, okay, I'm gonna do something here?
I don't know if there was just one horse. I mean,
okay,
yeah. I just kind of, I don't know. I think I just kind of was just plugging away. I just kind of hit some things a little bit, and I had a 17-1 and a 9-1 that were kind of within like 10 minutes of each other. That's kind of like, oh, okay, there we go. But I had some good place prices, so that was big. I had a couple of cappers that ran second.
Okay.
That I didn't think that I didn't necessarily think they were gonna win. I just thought that they could suck up behind a fast pace and hit the board and run second, and they did. So like in the what race? The Virginia Derby. Like I knew my horse would be 20 lengths back, but it's a Pletcher horse, and he does really well at making them get Derby eligible. And his horses don't really, keep going. So his job is to get them to the Derby. So he needs those points. So that horse was like 37-1 who ran second.
I made a point about that race. I hit that race and I looked at the payoffs. And I'm like, I was telling Rich next to me, I'm like, that horse that ran second paid more than my winning place. So you had that horse. I didn't even know you had that horse. So I'm sitting two seats away from you. I thought the one that really got us going.
Dylan doesn't really say much. Like he seldom roots.
Okay,
I mean, he's speaking
Morning,
of
guys.
Speaking of someone who doesn't cheer loudly for his own stuff, Dylan might be quieter than Frank when they hit a winner. Now, Steve-O, when you and I hit something, the whole room knows when they hit the quarter pole because we both stand up out of our chair and the video you use of us in the opening is us watching a Derby Day Sprint Stake a couple years back. And everybody in the whole neighborhood knows when I hit if it's 10-1 or higher, everybody knows.
You feel it going through you. You feel you want him to come through. It's just
you just hold it in, and then you go nuts later. You're in a padded room later when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
By the way,
I thought the horse that really got you going was the 8 horse at Oaklawn. I hit it as well, but after that, You're like hitting 7-2, 5-1s, 7-1, 6-1. You were hitting a lot of mid-range horses, and they were winning. Where I was continuing to stab, and I panicked after I hit that horse because I felt like I was too far away. You were so cool and calm and collective, and you were just chipping away. And then you knew where you needed to be. You saw what you had. You knew what you needed to get to the final table. You got to the final table. And this year, as opposed to last year, you were like $50 out of it last year when you made the final table. You were only $19 out of it this year. I looked at like Rich and Schraff and the Caspers. I'm like, he's going to win it this year.
Out of when I was at the final table, how far back was I of the leader? No, I was like $40.
You were a ways away last year.
Last year I was like $50 behind the guy.
Right.
But this year I was like 40 as well.
I thought you were 19. Okay, I could be wrong. Maybe I was wrong.
I don't know.
No, you were definitely. I think $42 away, actually.
Right? Yeah.
I think he was $42 away. Yeah.
By the way, can I point something out here? Frank Mastari, his son has won the NHC. One of his best friends, Jim Bennis, wins the NHC. Another one of his closest friends, Dylan Donnelly, has won the NHC. I would argue there's nobody closer to NHC champions than Frank Mastari, who, by the way, and I'm just going to say this, I don't think Frank would say this himself, got completely robbed for the NHC Hall of Fame this year.
Oh my God, that was
belongs. That's it's just like unbelievable. It's a joke, obviously. I mean, listen. I'm not trying to offend anybody that I've built friendships with over the years that I know, but like some of the people that got in, like you're telling me like they get in, but Frank, like what? Come on, like
we know the reason why. It's not a. If you really know the reason why, you know the reason why. It's not. It's a joke.
Well,
because he doesn't.
I don't know
he doesn't
reason.
support.
Yeah,
it's because he doesn't. You guys, he doesn't support the $2 win place horse players contests all the time. It's very simple.
Yeah, but no. Well, I don't know. I mean, who the hell
are you
knows?
Are you telling me that? Come on. Yes.
He look. Maybe it's a popularity contest. Maybe it's about all friends or whatever. It's just totally ridiculous. But anyway, Steve-O, I mean, you can make a very strong case, maybe even an easy strong case, that the two greatest contest players in the world, which basically means America, are right here on this show with us right now.
I made a video about it. Go watch it on YouTube. I'll share it later. I shared it on my Twitter.
Well, I'll jump in at that point and say, Dylan Donnelly, what he's done the last 2 to 3 years, he just separated himself from anybody else who thinks that they're in his league. Just look back at, what I always do is I look and say, how many people play contests? It's a fairly large number, or maybe even a small number in the whole everything relative. But out of those people who play contests, how many people cash in the contest? And then to win a contest is even harder. How many people win a contest? And if you look back at his last 3 years where, me and him have talked quite a bit in the last year and a half, 2-3 years now, his numbers are off the charts as far as how many cashes and how many he wins he has in contests. So, right now in my mind, I got up on Sunday in Vegas and I looked at my wife and I said, you know what? I'm 61. I'm exhausted. I don't know how many more years I could do this. And then about a fraction of a second later, I said, who am I kidding? Look what Dylan has to go through to just get to a contest. And I'm feeling sorry for myself. Like, no, just work harder, put the time in like he does. And he does it. I mean, he is a guy who puts in countless hours of watching stuff. And I laughed at him because a month ago he said to me, I'm watching replays of horses that might run NHC weekend. And I laughed and I'm like, oh yeah, that's real smart what to do with your time, Dylan. Well, obviously $825,000 later, it paid off, and kudos to him. And now, it just makes me step up my game where I have to work harder, get better, because I know whenever he's in a contest, I got my work cut out for him, beat them. So congrats to him.
That's such a great point that Frank just made. It Frank's got to step up his game, and as I've said before, it kind of forced me temporarily, I hope, out of the game, because if I have to enter contests knowing I'm going up against people like Dylan and Frank, I might get the occasional win, and I did get the rare occasional win, but in the long haul, in the long run, I can't compete at that level, which means until I'm able to compete at that level, why put my money in there? Which leads to my question for Dylan. How many hours a week do you spend handicapping, Dylan? And I mean, I guess the week depends on what you got going on, but in a normal week throughout the year, is it a 40-hour-a-week job, 60, 80 more? What can you tell us?
No, I mean, like Mondays, I'll print stuff out. I mean, I could do like 2 or 3, 4, like 2, 3, 4 hours a day. You know, of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, getting ready for the weekend.
And you're able to watch all those replays in, say, 4 hours or less per day?
I mean, yeah, I watch replays, but it's not as much as, I mean, I watch less than what I used to, but
he's very good. He's very good at throwing out races, and me and him have talked about this. And I'm hoping I'm not. If I give away too much info, Dylan, just tell me to shut up.
No, listen. What I am going to, there's this weird ass person on Twitter who is like took all the live streams, I think, from Steve-O's, like when I've been on here, and he ran it through AI, and he came out with like all the shit that I look for, and don't like that.
No shit.
Yeah, and he's going to be getting a letter to him because I don't like that. And so,
are you serious?
Yeah, it's he did AI picture of me and like, oh, click here to find out what Dylan Donnelly's like. Dude, what?
Oh, he's trying to make money off of you and shit.
I just get clicks or whatever, but yeah, I've gotten a lot better at just tossing stuff.
Who was it?
I don't know. Jake with thrilling picks. I don't know who the hell he is.
Dude, that's whacked out. Anyway, I put up when I made my video last year, this was kind of like some of your high points of your resume. Now you can add the NHC championship to it. I have no doubt you're going to get a BCBC at some point. At 34 years old, guys, what's the over-under for Dylan making the final table at the NHC? Is it 4.5? Is it higher? Would you bet the over on 4.5? He's got 2 already.
No, I mean, how motivated? I mean, I talked about this sort of with Frank a little bit, maybe not this exact question, but how motivated is Dylan going to remain? I mean, how does Dylan play? For
Listen, I feel like I left some meat on the bone in that contest, and I
love it.
I definitely want to win. I mean,
well,
why not?
Here's something I've never said before, and you guys are now going to make fun of me, but if you win the NHC Tour and the NHC, is it a $5 million bonus?
Yes.
Okay. So if that's the case, Dylan, you have to chase the NHC Tour again. Because
why can't I just pay? Maybe I just pay the $6K.
Because
the thing is,
whatever. Yeah, you could do that, I guess. But to get the $5 million bonus, your odds are not 1,000,000 to 1 to win both of those. So you're still, it's good value to win both, in my opinion. Now, which that sounds stupid that I'm saying that after all the years I've said let's
calculate the odds. Look, I would say Dylan at the start of the year is probably somewhere between 8 and 10 to 1 to win the tour. Honestly, I think that's probably fair odds. He's 8.
I would agree.
Let's just say he's 8 to 1. And to win the NHC every year, he's probably 40 to 1.
Yeah, I would have said 50. Yeah.
40 to 50. Okay. So
right,
that would, if you to win both, he's 400, 500 to 1. I mean, if you need to do 2 things, one of them is 10 to 1, the other is 50 to 1, that equates to a 500 to 1 chance.
And if he spends $10,000 a year to play those stupid Friday things,
they lowered it.
They lowered it. Yeah, it's still good value for him. Yeah. So Dylan, I looked yesterday as I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I didn't see you played in the Friday thing. So you already missed 1 week. So you better get at it next week.
Yeah, no.
Are both of you double qualified for next NHC already? Both of you, Frank and Dylan?
I got one.
And Dylan,
Yes.
you have one also, right?
No, I have two.
Don't you get one automatically because you won?
Don't. Come on, of
I
course.
think you already made. Aren't you? Wait a minute. If you win the NHC, don't you automatically qualify for next year?
Yeah, but and like we've said before, if you win it, you should get an entry for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Lifetime. Yes.
I agree.
Like the
It should be
Masters.
like the Masters or
Come on.
something. They give you 20-year exemption or some stuff like that in the Masters or something like that.
Yeah.
They should do something like that. Absolutely. Yeah. So I gotta say, like, just sitting next to you watching all that, and then Frank, yesterday our little conversation, you've helped me be a better player. I mean, I would have had a 0 yesterday in a Twin Spires contest. I told Frank what was going on. He recommended what I should do, how I should bet, not what I should pick. And I did that, and I had a terrible score, but because everybody else was terrible, I ended up getting a $1,000 seat on Twin Spires. So you learn a lot of good things from great handicappers and people that have good cash management, which for me, I can pick winners. I don't know how to bet, or I'm getting better now. So
you had 20 to show on a 50 to 1.
What was that? Yeah, I had 20 to show on a 52 to 1 shot. Well, it was just the horse I had a trip note on I liked, and I wanted to get the mandatory $20 bet out of the way. So I bet 20 to show on it, and it paid $220.
Wait, did you tell Frank? Hold on. Did you tell Frank you liked the horse because you had a trip note on it, and that's why you were betting it? Because if you told him that,
No,
I think. Well, if I told him that, he would have hung up on me. Maybe.
No, not that horse. Not that horse. It was a horse later on. The horse that I didn't have a trip note on that I just liked, it ran, I think, last. But I still got a seat somehow because Frank's, basically said, don't bet your whole roll on it because everybody else sucks. You only need to do this and then do that with your money roll and blah, blah, blah. And it worked out. Otherwise, I would have crapped out. So it worked out. But
damn.
So Dylan, when we were waiting, we were hovering around the camera that you just saw the opening video. Frank, I don't know if you saw it. It was all of us cheering. We were going nuts.
That was badass.
And I'm going to play this little video here.
Dude, you missed it. You would have had so much fun.
I know.
I'm glad you. Yeah.
84 cents.
Here, 84 cents.
Oh, there's my
That was amazing. I can't do math.
We couldn't do math. It was like I'm
like, what's going on?
Still wait for a leaderboard update. It's been a long weekend. Let's make sure that we have the math right. But drama here is it's a matter of cents, not even dollars.
I almost rip your arm off. Frank is sweet nothing. And it was just a great finish there.
I mean,
But Maven knew right away, like 84 cents. I couldn't compute.
Yeah. Some reason you were yelling 12 to 1.
Well,
Rich Nielsen came up to me halfway through the race and said, the horse went up to 12 to 1. And I looked at the board and the horse still said 10 to 1.
Yeah. It's like,
So I don't know if I don't know what Rich was doing, but
I don't either.
for some reason he kept on running around the room saying 12 to 1. Maybe he thought he'd bet a different horse. I don't know what Rich was doing, but either way, it worked out. And the good thing, we probably should be a little happy that Dew wasn't there, because those 45 seconds where Dew might have said, Dylan, you won the NHC, it might have been a 94-cent difference, because we know how he can.
I've thought about that, Frank. What if I had been there and I didn't realize that the guy who ended up second had the second place horse, and I screamed at the top, I stood on my chair and said, Dylan Donnelly just won the NHC. And
oh my God.
Didn't. What would Frank? I don't think Frank would have ever talked to me again if I had done that.
No, I think I did that because I celebrated so much when his horse was crossing the wire. And then I don't know how I realized it. I think might have been Steve-O or maybe Patrick might have said, the guy in second has the 6. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, for about 30 seconds, I was trying to do math in my head, and I was, so overwhelmed with emotion for Dylan. I then started doing the math in my head based on the leader having the second place horse. So I thought he was going to lose by $2. And I said that to him, and I'm like, buddy, you just lost by $2. And he looked at me like, are you screwing with me right now? Or what are you doing? So,
what's this
but
comment
it all
here
worked
that
out.
makes- Steve, this comment, the interview with Frank Polk is so embarrassing for America's Best Racing. Do we know what that's about?
They were just interviewing because he was at the final. He was in the center thing, and they were interviewing him. They were like, "Oh, you had this. I don't think it's going to be enough for Dylan to pass you." And the guy and Frank was like, "I don't mean to claim something that hasn't been official yet, but blah blah blah. It means a lot." And they're like, "Who are you thinking about right now?" He's like, "Oh, I'm thinking about my mom and dad." And I'm like, "Oh God, dude."
Oh, man.
Oh,
Dude. Yeah,
man.
he was a nice dude. I saw him at dinner, and he seemed like a really, really nice guy. So,
Funny.
Yeah.
Listen, when we were celebrating that video, I didn't show it. I fast forwarded a little bit, but and I never hear Frank swear. You guys know this. Frank never swears, but Frank goes, F yeah, after right before they announced that you won, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. Frank swore.
Well, I was on a cruise ship, as you guys know, and I didn't have Wi-Fi, but we were close enough to
Too expensive.
where we had ported to where a couple text messages came through, literally 2, and they were from Nick Tamero and Chris Inman, and I was like, my first thought before I even read the text was, I wonder if Dylan won the NHC. Something big must have happened for them to text me. I mean, those guys, I hear from them from time to time, but not that often. And they're like within a second of each other. And then I paid for Wi-Fi for the next 2 hours just to read everything. And it was just like madness. I mean, what a popular win. I mean, like literally the praise everybody was heaping upon Dylan, and like how everyone roots for him, because it's like you respect somebody that's so good at something. You're happy when they win, and never mind the fact that like Dylan's one of my closest friends. It's that somebody who puts forth that kind of effort to get rewarded like that. It's the way the world is supposed to work.
well, I'm done cheering for him. I'm not cheering for him anymore. So I did enough cheering
100%.
for that. That's it. Yeah, now I'm not cheering for him anymore. So I'm against.
It's like when the
Sorry.
Red Sox won the World Series in 2004. It's like, okay, they reversed the curse. It's over. Now I'm back to being an Orioles fan, and I want to see the Red Sox lose every year. They got the win. That was enough. Same with Dylan.
That's fair. That's very fair.
So, guys, there's a lot of legendary horse players out there at 34 years old. Is Dylan already the greatest of all time?
Listen. That's cringy. No, it's not.
Yeah,
I know it's cringy. I can say it.
Right now, and you guys know me, I don't give out compliments that often unless they're warranted. And right now, he's the king. There's no doubt.
But hold on. King of what though? Of what? We have different categories here. I think I'm going to propose 3 categories. We have just horse
Different
player
buckets.
Yeah, right. We have we can call horse player horse better. We have cash contest. We have $2 mythical. I mean, there are different ways you could, in theory, you could say Frank Mustari is the greatest cash contest player of all time. You could say Pittsburgh Phil is the greatest horse player of all time, and Dylan Donnelly is the greatest $2 mythical contest player of all time. I mean, all those can be true statements, right?
Yeah, but if you just said $2 mythical, that would
That's going to hurt you.
I mean, because I think I am good at both $2 and live.
Yeah, and you've won both. For sure.
Okay, so all those 3 categories right now, Dylan is the top of. Well, the one you might have. I'm not sure about the one. We've talked about this. I told him the other day he should never make another day-to-day bet in his life because it just kills his ROI between his mythical tournaments and his cash tournaments. And that's something that I'm thinking about actually. Could I be more successful in the contest world if I didn't dedicate so much time to day like he does? Up to this point, I don't think I could be, because I think the day stuff keeps me sharp. But Dylan's proving that he can do it, because he doesn't play a lot of day stuff.
I take breaks. I take 2 month breaks. Like I like my breaks that I take.
Yeah,
I think it's
and
good.
that's a refreshing thing, because horse racing, if you play every day, it's a grind, and so I can learn stuff from a 34-year-old that is basically, I call him a friend. He's basically another one of my sons, really, because he's the same age as those guys.
That's a great compliment.
I gotta
my little brother
here
soon.
soon. But is there going to be a party, Dylan? I mean, who is throwing a party for your NHC championship? Is it Santa Anita? Is it
Santa Anita is actually, they said whenever I want to do something, they'll get me a suite, and I would love, all my people to show up there. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Did they tell you they're going to also charge? We'll get you a suite. We're
Yeah,
going to charge you for a bottle of water, but you can have a suite.
You want 8 bottles of water? Yeah, $40. No, so I don't know. Whatever. Listen.
Did the numbers that my daughter painted for you? Are they still on your pool table underneath a bunch of dirty laundry?
No, they're hanging up in my immediate room.
They should. That's incredible. I love that. I told her that. I said, Lila, the guy you painted those for just won the contest, and she hadn't made the connection yet. I'm like, how many friends you think I got named Dylan? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Dylan, you painted numbers for him. He just won $825,000. I told my coworkers, everybody knows. Everybody in my world knows.
I've been telling everybody that is kind of like when, all of us have our people that we know that they don't pay attention to horse racing, but around Derby time they call you or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I've been showing that video of us cheering for you to like everybody, and I
go buy this horse.
No, I tell them, that contest I go out to every year. Well, my buddy won it out there, $825,000, and like, no shit. And I show him the video. So all that. So today, leaderboards. Where can I look for anybody in contests?
Dude, I was gonna play. Santa Anita has a $500. You can just make one bet, $300 bankroll. I looked at the card. I can't make one bet there today. It's a shame.
Are you serious?
Good. I'm gonna enter. I'm entering. I'm getting in.
You're not playing on Twin Spires?
What?
You're not playing on Twin Spires?
I express bet.
No, I mean there's the Turquoise.
Steve-O, don't be telling him about the contest that we're playing in. Would you? What are you stupid?
Huh? Well, I don't know. We can. Yeah,
what is wrong with you? Yeah, Dylan, come play in a tournament that I'm playing in, so you can beat me. That's real ingenious, Steve-O. That's great.
It's like when you're in your 20s. You're in your 20s and you find out this truly happened to me one night. I was in my 20s. I had 3 roommates. We're all hanging out. I'm asleep one night. They come home and they bring 2 really hot chicks home from the bar with them, and they come in and wake me up. And I ended up having, some fun with one of them that night. And I'm like, why'd you guys wake me up? You only brought 2 of them home. You just decreased your odds exponentially by waking up the 4th guy in the house. Steve-O, that was my smart move.
I love the analogy.
I want to see pictures of those 3 guys, what they look like.
Yeah,
why the girls chose you over those 3.
Yeah, it must have been.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks.
Quick thing. Quick thing. Who wins the NCAA tournament? He left.
I don't know anything about it.
Is he not following that as well? All right, guys. I got Michigan versus Illinois playing each other in the tournament, and I have in the final, and I have Illinois. You don't have nothing?
I got nothing. I got to keep my ROI up. I can't give out a pick for the NCAA.
Okay,
I got nothing.
Your ROI is permanently in the black. Okay, no, Frank, do you have did Mulvihill give you a pick or?
Well, he gives me picks, but it's not for the winner. But I have still live. Marshall Graham runs a tournament, and I'm in that. I have Duke, and it's just you get to spend $100 based on the seed of your your team. I got Duke, Arkansas, Texas Tech, and Illinois still live after round 1. So I'm hoping for one of those 4 teams.
Okay. Yeah, I have Illinois versus Michigan, and Illinois winning it all. They're a 3-point shooting specialist type of team. If they get hot, they can beat anybody. If they get cold, then I'll be in trouble. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I have an open play I like later. I don't know. I'll give it out to my little group. And then, Dylan, definitely go after that guy. Sue him, send him a cease and desist or whatever the hell you.
It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it. Like, it's just.
He's using your likeness, and
yes, exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah. You gotta put the kibosh on that. You can have,
so we do have a listener, and I won't mention his name, but you just did, and he said I could give you guys Texas today. So there you go. You asked for it, Steve-O. I gave you Texas today.
I got Texas winning the first 2 rounds, so that's
I think that play is just for today, whatever the spread is, Texas. So there you go.
Okay,
it's a free play. Give it out for free play. Give it out on Coffee with Dew today for NCAA basketball.
I think I know who gave you that play. Maybe not, but I
think you probably do. Yeah.
I'm going to put a little shackles on it. Or
hey, the Jeff Ruby Stakes, that is wide open.
Yeah, there's no 2 fills in that race, obviously.
No, that is
I was looking at that
race.
I was looking at that race. The contest today, Dylan, you're not allowed to play in it, is Turfway and Fairgrounds today. It's a great
I think I kind of like one horse in there.
I'm actually pulling the race up. It's the Jeff Ruby. And I was scanning at this yesterday. Now, I noticed, Frank, a lot of times, it wasn't the case NHC weekend. But if you remember that horse, Great White Shark or whatever, I mean, I looked at that horse when it won the prep for the, and I thought I had a shot because I felt like the main track around that time, everything was coming from off the pace. But I noticed NHC weekend, Speed was doing really well on the synthetic over there at Turfway. But this is the race. You have a full field at 12.
See, like I want to know the story on the start contrast because that horse has ran some really good races, but off since January, look at that gap. February 7th, February 27th. It's just, I mean, maybe their plan was always to come here, but.
Yeah, I was looking at this horse really hard before the morning line came out, and I'm sad to see 5-2.
I'm assuming this was always their plan, Dylan,
right?
Just because it's a turf horse, they looked for, they want a road to the Derby, and they're probably not going to get it on a dirt race. So This is their easiest way to get there. Mike McCarthy, probably figured, hey, where am I going to get a prep for this horse? I don't want to run him 3 weeks ago in the Battaglia and ship, twice or whatever. So I'm assuming this was their plan all along, and I wouldn't be too worried about the breaks. He worked consistently ever since the race, so he's a healthy horse, and this is probably their plan all along.
He should be 8-5 in here, but I kind of like the 5. I thought that horse was pretty impressive last time. He came and got that 2-5 Brad Cox horse who was loose on the lead, and he went past him like a good thing. It's I don't know.
I heard, I might get this a little wrong, but I heard I think it was what's her name on the Turfway broadcast. She said the last time Richard Mandela ran a horse at Turfway was 29 years ago.
Wow.
And that's like, I think that's what it was a crazy thing. Like either he ran the last time he ran a horse or won a race here, but for him to ship here, obviously he's telling you something because he doesn't do it unless he comes here once in a blue moon. So, but again, in my opinion, this race, like Dylan said, it's a wide open race, and I don't know if you really want to land on a favorite here who's never been over this track. A little quirky racetrack, and some love it, some don't, and
not a ton of pace.
Yeah, no, there's
really not. I mean, this Medici could be just loose, and I think it'll be kind of like a bunched. Yeah, there's not like a ton. I mean,
no, there's not really a speed demon in here, really. So
the 4 will probably show a little bit more, but
got a maiden in here a maiden breaker. That's a tough ask. Didn't run poorly, but
I think the maiden breakers nowadays in these preps, it's becoming a little less
intimidating.
Yeah, because I mean, these horses, they run 3 times in the Derby. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, way different than it used to be, where you would throw a horse coming off a maiden, we would throw out years ago. Now, big deal. The other horses only ran, 1, 2, 3 times more than him. So, and he's proven that he's faster than all of them, or most of them anyway. So that's in me and Dylan's world, being a fast horse is always a good thing, no matter how many times you ran.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Well, guys, I'm gonna take off too. I got to get some breakfast, get ready for the contest. Dylan, again, congrats! Awesome weekend, and like I said, I'm done cheering for you for a little while, so I'm gonna cheer for myself.
Very fair.
Steve-O, thanks, buddy. Good luck today.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Thanks for
you guys.
Appreciate it.
Later.
Bye.
Dylan, any last goodbyes? Any tips for any young people like yourself or younger than you that are coming up? We're gonna they have that Rookie of the Year thing at the NHC. We saw the guy's speech at our dinner the other night. Any tips for new people coming in? You've only been playing in the contests since like 2020. To get started, any advice for anybody?
Any advice?
Steer clear of me when I'm in a contest.
Any advice? I don't know.
How about this? I know what you should say. Either do it or don't do it. Put in the work or don't put in the work.
Yeah, don't half-ass anything.
Right.
Don't half-ass, and don't be a degenerate.
Don't be a degenerate, right? Yeah, you can't like blind pick stuff. Something that's yellow, go and bet harness in Australia on your advanced wagering site at night. Yeah.
Put in the time and just, I don't know, just play within your means. Don't spread with your bets. Hey, I gotta run.
Oh yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Hey, thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for joining in, everybody, on Coffee with Dew. See you later.
Later.